Welcome to Springville High School. My name is Nick Merritt and I am the 612 principal. This video is a freshman orientation video for students entering the 9th grade during the 2013-14 school year. We will cover topics such as graduation requirements, academic supports available, extracurriculars that are available, ways to stay in contact about how your student is doing, as well as contact information for both myself and for Mrs. Melissa Murphy, our school counselor.
Earlier this year, Ms. Jones and I worked with 8th graders to complete I Have a Plan, a career exploration tool used by the state of Iowa. Students use surveys to record information about their likes, their dislikes, their interests, and then iHappy compiles all of that information and offers students careers that may be of interest to them. This career exploration leads students to create the four-year plan for high school that allows them to prepare for their career of choice and meet graduation requirements. The plan does require parent review. You should have received an email in February inviting you to review the four-year plan, and paper instructions were available at spring conferences, and they were mailed home with third quarter report cards. We do require 54 credits for graduation, 8 in English, which includes English 9, English 10, English 11, speech, and then an English elective. We require in social studies 1 year of world history and 1 year of U.S. history, and then a semester each of government and econ. In math, we require 6 credits. Most students start in algebra, and then they take geometry and then algebra 2. There are some students that start in geometry and move through algebra 2 and pre-calc, and there are some students who start in pre-algebra and move through algebra and then geometry. Students are encouraged to take a 4th year of math, but they are not required to do so. That's also true of any of our core course areas. Students can take more than the bare minimum. In science, freshmen can start either in general science or biology. If students start their high school career with biology, then they need to commit to taking physics and chemistry in order to meet the Iowa core curriculum requirements. We also require all students to take computer business applications and personal finance, health, PE, and then 21 credits in whatever they are interested in. It can be core subject areas or it can be non-core areas. Many of our 8th graders are interested in careers that require college or technical school training, and one of the opportunities that is available to them for college credit are the Kirkwood Academies and the post-secondary enrollment option courses. So if students maintain their academic standard or maintain their academic standing, they are eligible to take these courses. If students do not pass a required course, they do need to make up that credit. They need to pass basic level courses before they can move on to the more advanced courses. So they need to complete English 9 before they can move on to English 10, for example. If students fail a required course, there are some options for making up credits other than taking it again the next year. They could take online or summer courses. This is not the cheapest option, but it is one option that is available to students. The downside of that is that students need to be really disciplined enough to do the necessary work without a teacher directing them.
As part of the academic progress for our students, there are both state and local guidelines in terms of academic eligibility. As a district, we do grade checks at the end of each of our quarters and at the end of each of our semesters. Students who are failing a class at the end of a quarter or a semester are ineligible for an amount of 30 calendar days, which is a little different from what they receive at middle school. It is important that students and families, as well as the school, take important notice of the students that are struggling in classes and doing everything we can to make sure that they are eligible so that they can participate in extracurriculars. For more information regarding the academic eligibility for the 2013 and 2014 school year, please refer to the handbook, which will be available at the beginning of the school year. As a district, to help students avoid academic troubles, we provide a few academic supports. One of those options is study tables, where we will pull students in to work in small groups or individually to improve in a certain area. We also offer a strategic reading class. Students who are found to be reading below the 41st percentile will receive additional instruction in reading strategies. Students can also be recommended for this course based on teacher recommendation. We also do study skills instruction. Study skills instruction includes small group lessons that focus on organization, time management, note-taking, and testing strategies. Students are also encouraged to maintain contact with their instructors and work out opportunities before or after school, or at lunchtime or study hall opportunities to get extra assistance. It is very important for students to take this initiative, so we encourage you to encourage your student to do that. Keeping in touch. We have several ways that you can keep in touch with us as a school. Obviously, one of the most used methods is email. All teachers have access to email and frequently check their emails and will respond to emails. If you have questions about a specific class, your first option should be to contact that teacher. If you do not feel comfortable using email, calling and setting up a time to meet with the teacher or just discussing the matter over the phone is another option. We also use PowerSchool. PowerSchool is a grading tool that posts grades for students online so that students and families have quicker access whether or not a student is doing well in a class. Although this is a great method and does keep you up to date on current grades, occasionally PowerSchool runs the issue of not knowing what is missing until after it is missing. Therefore, as a district and as a secondary school, we have focused on using an online agenda. If you go to Springville's homepage, you will find a link on the right side that talks about secondary online agenda. For this, teachers post their assignments and daily lesson plans to an online agenda for you to kind of keep up with where students are. So when your student comes home and tells you that they did nothing or had nothing to do today, you can verify that by going to the online agenda site to find out what was or was not assigned for that day. Any questions about that, the online agenda side, should be directed to the teachers. As a district, we have focused a lot on technology. Students have access to many technology tools within our building. Currently, the district, particularly the secondary school, has mobile labs, a Mac lab, a PC lab, and teachers have access to projectors in every classroom. We also have some iPads in certain locations that students can use. As we move forward, we will continue to add devices in hopes of becoming a one-to-one school. By being a one-to-one school, this means that every student will have a device in their hands on a daily basis. Additionally, all students have access to email and to Google Apps. Many teachers have now moved to the idea of having students turn in and submit their work using their Google Apps and email address. The Google software is free and can be accessed both at school and at home. We highly encourage students to utilize this, and if there are any questions about the use of this, we encourage students to stop in and have that discussion. To aid in making our technology meaningful, what we ask of you is that you encourage your students to take care of the technology that they have, both at home and at school, and to practice good digital citizenship. It is important to know what your student is going to and to teach them the appropriate ways of accessing those materials. Also, we want to make sure you're aware that if you keep an eye out for training opportunities, we will have some towards the beginning and hopefully throughout the school year for both students and parents to increase technology knowledge. Extracurriculars are a great way for students to get involved. Springville offers many extracurriculars at the high school level. We strongly encourage students to get involved in any way they possibly can. This could be through things such as the arts, athletics, other clubs, student senates, or whatever we can provide that will be of interest to those students. Those students who participate in extracurriculars do need to have an updated physical form and concussion form, and this is primarily focused for those participated on athletics. Also, as a reminder, students participating are subject to the school's Good Conduct Code as a representative of the school. Again, this can be found in the 2013-14 handbook and is a document that will be signed prior to the start of the school year and every school year beyond. Registration. Registration can be done online and will begin sometime in mid-July. We will get that information out to you as soon as we know the exact dates. If you are a new student or if you would prefer to register at the school, it can be done so on August 5th from noon until 7 p.m. Just a reminder, the first day of school for the 2013-14 school year is August 15th, and if you have yet to see a 2013-14 calendar, it can be found online at springville.k12.ia.us. Lastly, if any of the information you have questions about, or if there's something that we have not covered yet, I encourage you to contact myself or Melissa Murphy to get more information. As you can see on the screen, our phone numbers as well as extensions are listed, as well as our email addresses. Either method is acceptable to contact us, and we look forward to answering any of your questions. Thank you for watching, and we are looking forward to the 2013 and 2014 school year. Have a great summer, and we'll see you in the fall.